Well, you lucky bunch, you've got me for another 30 minutes, haven't you? Live coverage of the added time here at Sir Tom Finney Stadium in Irongate. The score is currently Blackburn Rovers 2, Coventry United 2. It stays level at the end of added time. We will go straight to spot kicks. And of course, we'll bring you it live on CUTV. And if we do end up having penalties, it means another mad run down the touchline for me to try and get the best view. So I'm not looking forward to that. So United, of course, took a 2-0 lead thanks to goals from Keely Davis. At the moment it is, of course, that a brilliant goal from Helen Dermody as well. We can't forget about that. But then a double from Saffron Jordan made it 2-2, the second of which came 3 minutes before the end of normal time. Heartbreaking stuff for the red and green girls of Coventry United. But there's still a game to win here. United have made all 3 of their changes. Blackburn have made the 2 outfield changes they can make. They've got a goalkeeper on the bench, and I don't think they're going to be bringing our sub-goalkeeper unless we go to penalties. But we are underway with United kicking from right to left. And no one wants to rely on penalty shootouts. They want to get this game won in added time. Lundy's hopeful ball, and it's cleared by Agger in the penalty area. Amber Hughes was waiting at the far post, but a little bit too far away to get on that one. Here's Jordan, the hero for Blackburn. Without her, they'd be heading home disappointed. Miles battles well and keeps the ball. Nat Haig has to boot it away. It's out of play for our throw to Blackburn Rovers. Level with the penalty area on the left-hand side. So for those who haven't had added time before, we have 15 minutes in the first half and 15 minutes in the second half. And then if it remains level, we go to penalties. Low driven cross cleared by Sorensen. Fenton with the effort. It was a shot or a cross, I'm not sure, but it doesn't find its intended target. McDonald strides down the left. Hughes making the run. It's blocked off well by Agger. Hughes tries to get to the seconds, but she won't. The substitute's able to block the number 8 off. Holbrook. It's a poor pass picked out by Amber Hughes. Gauntlet wants it through. It's Maz Gauntlet to give United their lead back. Round the goalkeeper, but she's taken it too far. Hill gets back to her line. Gauntlet. Jess Lundy, scuffed shot clearance blocked by Amber Hughes. Hughes tries to get it back and hooked away by Agger. Blackburn riding their luck. Gauntlet just took it a little bit too far. But it's a signal of intent, and United showing that their attacking edge has not evaporated. And they can still win this match without the need of penalties. Smith barges Shepherd off the ball but can't find a teammate. Dermody nods it over to Jade Brooke. And slid away but not far. Jess Lundy, bit of space to work with. Quickly caught by Cunliffe. Dragged to the floor, referee says free kick. So why do the girls do this to me? I've still got 30 matches to cover in 6 weeks. The voice isn't going to cope, and now we've had a last-minute winner for United's first team on Wednesday. Now we've got added time. The voice isn't going to cut. Tell you what, I'm going to sound like I'm going to have no voice whatsoever when it comes to the last day of the season. I'll have to use one of those robotic voices like Stephen Hawking. So it's Dermody.
Take a note over there with your camera. Get some pointers here. All right. Feel like it was Sky Sports.
Dermody's delivery. Who's in there? Towards Jess Lundy. Nodded up. Not quite out as Amber Hughes tries to bring it down. Nods it over to the defender. Smith sends it back where it came from. Amber Hughes past one chance. Couldn't get past the second, but she'll get it back. Still Amber Hughes, still going. But it'll be put out of play for the throw by McDonald. The United fans on the far side still backing their girls. The game a little bit longer than they would have liked, so I'm sure they won't say no to another 30 minutes of free football if it means a United victory. Gauntlet pushed down from behind, right on the edge of the penalty area on the left-hand side by McDonald. So the set-piece specialist, Helen Dermody, steps up again. She's already scored one spectacular goal today. Is she going to line up a second? Or will she send it towards that far post with the likes of Lundy, Miles and Haig awaiting? Hughes in there as well. Several options on the edge of the penalty area. What will Dermody do? It's in towards Nat Haig. Over Haig's head and into Hill's hands. Try to say Nat 5 times fast. The kick from Hill straight to her opposite number 1, Sue Wood. If it wasn't for Wood, then United would be heading home now. 2 brilliant saves against Jordan. Jordan could have had about 4 goals today. Poor pass from Haig. But she'll allow that ball to go back to Sorensen after a heavy touch from the Blackburn player. Flicked out a play for a Coventry United throw. Lundy. Tackled well, Cunliffe, but the pass charged down by Lundy. Here's Gauntlet. Now United get moving. United could have another chance to seal their progression to the final. And brilliant save, one-on-one from Hill. The shot by Hughes cannons off the leg of the goalkeeper. And somehow Blackburn are still level, but how much longer? Here's Gauntlet, flicks it up, volleys it. Didn't quite get the power on it that Maz Gauntlet wanted, and it bounces towards the goal. It's easily picked up by Hill. United took a 2-goal lead earlier in this match. They've got no problem in scoring goals here. But they'll have to score a third in order to prevent a penalty shootout. They won't be worried about a penalty shootout. We did actually ask Jay Bradford whether they were going to practice penalties for this match a couple of weeks ago when it was originally supposed to be played. She said that they don't tend to practice them, but really no player should miss them. And they know what they have to do when they line up for a spot kick. And of course United did win the FA Cup third round match at Crystal Palace in a penalty shootout. So they have got experience and they have got success with penalties this season. Throw-in taken by McDonnell. Uses pass picked up by Shepherd. Finds the danger girl. Gordon on the edge of Jordan, I should say, on the penalty area edge. And McDonnell sticks it into touch. And a throw into Blackburn will follow. We've had just over 5 minutes of extra time so far. Another 10 before the break. And Jess Holbrook puts a cross in, but it's blocked well with the near post by Steph Smith. Every chance, every shot, every save matters at this stage of the game. One mistake or one moment of magic could seal progression to the final and a date with destiny against Leicester City. It's in towards the far post, free header, and off the line. United trying to clear. It's back in by Holbrook and blocked by the back of Jade Brooke. Katie Sorensen on the line, making the crucial block. And if it wasn't for the substitute, Blackburn would be heading back to the centre circle with a 3-2 lead. They still could. But this time Sue Wood catches. Everyone in the Sir Tom Finney Stadium on tenterhooks. Maz Gauntlet picks up the loose ball and launches it down the right hand side. It's Nikki Mars who will give chase, but she won't reach it. Alex Taylor will concede the throw. The official wasn't sure, the assistant referee wasn't sure, and it was actually the referee who gave the throw before the flag was raised. Jade Brooke with a step over as she takes on Fenton, channeling her inner Cristiano Ronaldo. But she couldn't retain the possession. Fenton's touch takes it away. Stabbed forward by Fenton. Saffron Jordan. Fenton again. Run being made by Taylor down the left hand side. Haig comes across to cover the winger and blocks Taylor from the ball. Will be a throw in to Coventry United. Coming up to the 10th minute of added time. Another 5 and there will be A short break for the players. We won't be going on a break here on CUTV. We'll stay on air for this one because it will be just a couple of minutes before the second half will get underway. Fenton in the midfield. Spots Cunliffe on the right-hand side, but a good challenge by Rosie McDonald, and now McDonald sprints clear. Gauntlet to her right. Trying to set up Gauntlet for the through ball, where she knows it's across to the right-hand side now with Steph Smith. There's space on the right for Lundy. Smith can't take it past her opposite number 12, McDonald. Is it offside against Taylor? Yes, it is. Taylor furious, but you can see from here she'd strayed past Miles before the ball was played. 5 minutes to go until half-time, and it remains at 2-2. Of course, there will be another 15 minutes following that quick break. Hay towards the head of Lundy. Lundy can't win the header. Brooke tries to win it back, and there's a head injury to Jess Lundy, and that's bad news for United because they're out of substitutes. In fact, Lundy was one of the substitutes. And unlike previously, the physio is a little bit more prompt in getting to the Coventry United player this time. The time-wasting tactics from United may have actually cost them a couple of opportunities to get forward and try and snatch the win in normal time. And it's not the first head injury we've seen, as Maisie Jeremy, of course, was taken off earlier in the match due to a head injury and was replaced by Katie Sorensen. It was a high boot from the Blackburn player. No punishment for the individual, but Lundy is receiving a little bit of treatment from the two physios. Hopefully she'll be okay, as both teams take a little drinks break and will receive some instructions from their respective managers. United will be disappointed that they've had to try and defend their place in the final in extra time. They seem to have this game signed, sealed and delivered. But Jordan's double, second of which just before the end, means that we have an extra 30 minutes. And of those 30 minutes, 10 have already gone. And of course, we will be here until the very end here on CUTV with live coverage of added time, and if need be, the penalty shootout. Lundy is still down, and United obviously trying to ensure that Lundy can continue, as if she does have to come off. United have just 10 players. As it stands, no decision has been made yet. As Maz Gauntlet and Nikki Mars having a quick word with Jay Bradford on the touchline. Of course, the highlights of today's game will be available tomorrow morning on YouTube. Make sure to search youtube.com/Coventry United TV and hit the subscribe button for more exclusive footage from the Red and Greens. And it's not looking good for United as the stretch has been brought over. It has indeed, and this is terrible news for the Red and Greens of Coventry United. Lundy herself came on for the injured Ali Hall, and it appears that this head injury could be what it takes to take Lundy out. Can't begin to speculate what would be wrong, but Jay Bradford heads over to her injured player. I can't see any blood, but Lundy is facing away from her, so whether it's a concussion issue or whether there's a cut to the head, we're not sure. It would be improper to speculate at this point, but the main thing is that Jess Lundy gets the treatment that she needs, and it looks like there may well be a blood injury, as the physio is wearing gloves, which are only usually brought out when there is blood at play. And Lundy is indeed going to be taken off on the stretcher, and that will mean Coventry United ladies will have to go on for the final 20 minutes of extra time with just 10 players, all changes made. This is going to be one hell of a task for Coventry United to get something out of this game. And the ball is firmly in Blackburn's court now. Lundy is brought towards the tunnel area. Of course, we wish Jess the very best of luck. Hope to see her back on the Coventry United team sheet very soon. Well, of course, the main thing now is that Jess gets the care that she needs. And we are going to need the ball. I tell you what, for saying that she was taken off injured earlier in the game, Alex Buck is sprinting like a madwoman down that touchline. I don't know where she's going, but could she be going to get a kit? I don't know why, because obviously the 3 changes have been made. Free kick to Blackburn immediately after play starts. So we are underway. Oh, there will be a sizable amount of added time as there has been a 5-minute stoppage due to the injury to Jess Lundy as the ball was booted towards the Coventry penalty area and out for a goal kick as Alex Buck sprints past us and towards the tunnel area. And as we said, Coventry United down to 10 players, and it looks like the referees, in fact, she may not be able to play those 5 added minutes as she's got the whistle in hand and looked for a minute as if she was going to be blowing the whistle, but so now she may allow play to continue. United lose out in the attacking third. Ball down the left-hand side, Nat Haig will make sure that one goes out of play. Taylor making the run, but she was nowhere near it. As the temperature falls here in Irongate, but the heat is being ramped up on the pitch. United with a throw deep into their defensive half. Miles' throw, it's met in the air by the Blackburn winger, Fenton. It's past Jordan, and Nat Haig will try and make sure this one doesn't cause any United any sorts of issues. Miles to Haig, who finishes the job, launches it clear, but straight to the chest of Shepherd. Now Fenton. Shepherd again. Pass intercepted by Steph Smith. Now Maz Gauntlet. United are an attacker down. It's just a good shot. The player who went off wasn't a defender, then they really would have been in trouble. But it may well mean, as Hill boots the ball away on the edge of our own penalty area, it may well mean that United's attacking threat is nullified. Rosie McDonnell with a throw in deep into United territory after the clearance from Hill. Over the head of Dermody and blasted clear, followed into touch by Agger.
Come on, Rovers, let's have it!
And there's going to be a new ball introduced. So we've had 2 minutes of added time in extra time. There should be at least another 3 minutes. And yes, indeed, we were right when we speculated that Alex Buck may well be coming on. She is coming on. She's got a kit ready. And well, United, I believe, have made all their changes. They have made all the changes. They made all 3 changes. They brought on Smith, Sorensen, and Lundy. So really, they're not allowed to make any more changes. Blackburn striding forward. This to Seeley for Blackburn! An incredible chance wasted by Alex Taylor. It seemed for all the world that that was destined to be Blackburn's moment, but she skied it. And Blackburn's opportunity to complete the turnaround goes begging. It remains at 2-2. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Alex Buck is getting ready to come on. I mean, whether the referee has allowed United to bring on an extra sub to compensate for the player lost in Jess Lundy, it's an unconventional solution, but it's the referee's game. She can do what she wants. I don't think anyone from Coventry United is going to be arguing about it. Dermody boots it forward. Now it's Mass Gauntlet. Nods it on. It's Gauntlet! Past the goalkeeper but wide. It looked like a attempt to lob the keeper. It didn't go over. It went around Hill. And it was headed around the post. So 4 added minutes played as Buck continues to get ready. She's gone back to the changing rooms, got a kit and her shin pads and her boots. She was originally supposed to start at fullback, but apparently suffered an injury during the warm-up. She seems okay now. I mean, she was sprinting down that wing like Usain Bolt trying to get a kit, so she looks okay now. And the referee calls the first half of added time to a close. It remains 2-2, but we have seen some spectacular efforts. I honestly don't know how there hasn't been another goal. But the big talking point for the first half is that Jess Lundy, the subject, has been taken off. United currently down to 10 players, but Alex Buck may well be about to come on as United are prepared to make a 4th change. In fact, yes, actually, I think I know why now, because the FA actually introduced rules this season where a 4th change can be used in extra time. How could I forget? That's why they're bringing on another player. Some commentator, I don't even know the FA rules, eh? But yes, indeed, that is why Alex Buck's getting ready, because the FA implemented new rules this summer where a 4th player can be brought on in extra time. Well, it's just lucky that Alex Buck is able to come on, and she is going to be coming on for the second half. Well, we're going to get the second half of extra time underway immediately as Buck prepares to get on the pitch. Still awaiting clearance from the referee. Sorry about that, just had to give the team sheet to the Coventry coaches so that we can get Alex Buck on the field. And they've been put in the process. So now, that's 3 personnel injured now. So we've got Ali Hall injured, Maisie Jeremy injured, Jess Lundy injured. Now I'm injured, I just hurt my right foot. But we're underway with the second half. 15 minutes remaining in added time. Still every chance for a late winner. Out comes Sue Wood and punches it clear as it's put into the penalty area. United break away. Hughes puts it behind Dermody and picked up by Fenton. What a run this is down the right hand side by Jordan. Charged down by Amber Hughes, corner kick.
Come on, Cookies, have it done!
So it will be Blackburn with the corner on the right hand side. Fenton checks their teammates are ready to receive the cross. There it goes. It's forward to Taylor at the far post and blocked by a combination of Smith and Miles, and the following shot caught at the near post by Sue Wood. And there's more bad news for United as it looks like Steph Smith is down, but Jade Brooke has reassured the coaching staff that no, we aren't going to need a 5th substitution. As Steph Smith is thankfully okay. Well, there wouldn't be a 5th substitution, would there? And the drop ball given straight to Sue Wood as we still await the arrival of Alex Buck. United still playing with 10 players at the minute as the ball goes all the way back to Hill in the Blackburn goal. Hill's clearance, one in the air by Shepherd. Through ball for Alex Taylor, opportunity now for Blackburn to get the cross in, and it's cleared by Haig for the corner. A stacked penalty area awaits this corner kick. The last one proved very dangerous. Can Blackburn go one further and seal progression to the final? It's to the far post and Taylor mishits it. And it'll go out for a goal kick. But it's fair to say the highlights of today's game will be extended. So I'm thinking about 15 minutes at least for the highlights, because we will be including the full penalty shootout if there is one. And you can get the highlights of this game tomorrow morning about 8 o'clock. Jordan's offside and can't touch it. They nearly forgot about Taylor. Torreson able to get it over to McDonald, who's claims is charged down by Cunliffe. Now United can get it away and press on down the left-hand side. It's Maz Gauntlet running as fast as she possibly can to get into the area. McDonald puts it out of play. Does she? No, it'll be I believe it's gone out for a goal kick. And it looks like one of the Blackburn players suffering with cramp. Highly understandable after over 100 minutes of play. Well, technically we've had 110. It's 5 minutes gone in the second half, so 10 minutes left. If we don't have a goal in the next 10 minutes, we will go to spot kicks. I don't know how Blackburn's record is in penalty shootouts, but United won their last one at Crystal Palace. But they also lost their one before that in a cup final against West Brom last season. So it can go either way. Jordan blocked up by Miles. Now it falls to Jade Brooke. Takes it around Pearson, and there's space on the right now for Miles. Hughes is forward. Here is Amber Hughes. Spins away from the challenge, and it allows Miles onto the ball. Nikki Miles still out of play for a corner, a throw-in I should say, by Cook. A yard further up it would have been a corner, but it's gone the near side of the flag rather than the far. Throw to Amber Hughes, right on the touchline, and the Blackburn defence able to deal with it pretty simply. But the clearance is blocked by Jade Brooke. Here's Steph Smith trying one, and it was more befitting of a rugby match than a football match, unfortunately. Hits the catch fencing behind the goal. But after seeing that spectacular effort from Helen Dermody in the second half, you can't blame her for trying. Hill's clearance over the head of Smith. Now it's to Jordan, the last player United won on that ball. Alex Taylor can't control it. Now tries the overlap with Jordan. Doesn't quite reach the number 9 as Brooks sends it into the main stand at Sir Tom Finney Stadium. It remains at Blackburn 2, Coventry 2 in the FA Women's Premier League Cup semi-final. United did lead by 2-0 early in the second half, but 2 late goals from Jordan, the Blackburn striker, have sent us to extra time, and we're deep into it now. Here is Jordan, tries to get the cross in, blocked up by our player of the match, Nat Haig. It's back into the area though, still an opportunity, and again it's Taylor who misses the target. Chances will be few and far between, and still Alex Book doesn't come on. Well, United are still down to 10 players. Sue Wood, so you boot it clear. Brooke wins the header, not on towards Maz Gauntlet, but Fenton picks it up. And it will be easy pickings for Nikki Miles, who will let it go out of play for a throw to the Red and Green girls. Miles' throw up line. Brooke wins the header. Amber Hughes beaten to it by Pearson, but still gets the long pass away, which is met by Agger. Cunliffe. Space on the left for Pearson, but she's found Jordan. The pass back to Pearson was a little wayward, but she has got it now. And the ball down the left-hand side is intercepted by Brooke and out of play for the throw to Blackburn. Holbrook coming to a more central position now to the right-hand side. It's Agger. The substitute for Blackburn Rovers in towards Jordan, and crucially Haig got a head on it and stopped Jordan from bringing it down. But here come Blackburn again. Fenton to Pearson, and Nikki Miles makes the interception before Taylor can bring it to feet. Jade Brooke switched towards Helen Dermody, and a great interception by Agger on the right hand side past McDonald. Here come Blackburn now, trying to snatch the third goal towards Jordan, and again it's Nat Haig who denies the number 9. Haig puts it up line and it drifts over the white line. And we've got approximately 6 minutes of extra time. At the moment, there's one team pushing on, and it's the home team, Blackburn, who seem seriously more likely to get themselves a winning goal, and they've got a corner. It's Fenton on the right hand side who will step up to take the corner. It takes one mistake or one heroic moment to send one team to the cup final, but it isn't that one as it's nodded wide at the far post. It was Cook's header that flew past the post. But Blackburn seen the team to beat at the minute. That extra player certainly benefiting the home side. United obviously down to 10 players due to the injury to Jess Lundy earlier in the match. Amber Hughes battling well with Pearson on the right flank, but Pearson able to find Cook. And back to Hill, the goalkeeper. Not the best of clearances, but it's done the job for now. Brook wins the header and puts it into touch. At least she's stopped any potential counter-attack. Now the defender needs to get a ball. In fact, it's come off Pearson last. The official on this near side gave it to Blackburn, but not for the first time today. The official has overruled her assistant's decision and is now calling Pearson off over towards the referee, and it's going to be a yellow card. The book has been brought out. The Lions were indeed did give the throw into Blackburn. A yellow card given to Pearson as the referee overturned the decision and gave it to Coventry United, which will now be taken by Nicky Miles, and a chance for the Red and Greens to snatch a late winner. And Blackburn will be furious if they do end up finding the winner from that set piece. Hughes to Smith. It falls into the area out of reach for Matt's Gauntlet. 3.5 minutes until the final whistle. Brook wins it in the air in the midfield, just juggles it with her head. It's allowed Jordan onto it. She goes down low, brings it back from the Holbrook. United wanting a foul, but they won't get one. And now it's Blackburn, the ball towards the penalty area. It's come to Taylor. This will win it for Blackburn Rovers. Haig tries to force her wide, and Haig did just enough to put Taylor off. Unreal scenes here at Sir Tom Finney Stadium. This has been a cup tie and a half. Literally. As Sue Wood blasts it clear. The header miss, and that flicked on by Amber Hughes. It's Gauntlet. The keeper's come out, and she hasn't got the ball. Matt Gauntlet couldn't get to the loose ball. Hill backtracks. Not for the first time. Hill caught in no man's land and nearly paid for it. But she had to come out and do something, and a nasty challenge from behind by Shepherd on Smith, and the two players squaring up now, and it could be another yellow card. And the yellow card brandished to the captain, Shepherd. Two minutes left. This could be one of United's final opportunities to snatch the winner before we head to penalties, and it is the set-piece wizard herself, Helen Dermody, who will send it towards the box. As you can expect, you have to keep a few players back to make sure they aren't caught out by a potential counter. The header by Haig and caught on the line by Hill. And Haig tracks back now and is ready to stand against a potential counter from Blackburn. It's run in the air though by Steph Smith in the centre circle. Forced a fence of Blackburn Rovers. Lofted ball. Sorensen does enough to take it away from Jordan and fired away by Dermody. One in the air though by Pearson, and again in the air by Jade Brook. Down to her by Amber Hughes. Space on the right hand side for Nicky Mars, but Hughes will try and put it through for Gordon. Will she know she'll go alone? It's Amber Hughes, great slide, and Blackburn will get it clear. United will go again though, they've won it back. It's Amber Hughes into the penalty area. Hughes, it's met by the head of McDonald, and now Fenton will try and get it away. Only as far as Jade Brooke for the Red and Greens. Another challenge by Taylor, but Smith picks it up. On the edge of the area, it's Brooke. Now Gauntlet. It's Gauntlet! Oh! An inch to the left. Well, it looks right now as if we are distant for penalties. With an effort like that from Mass Gauntlet that doesn't fly into the top corner, you know it's not meant to be. Well, penalties have got to be the cruelest way to decide who goes through to a cup final and who goes home empty-handed. We have 1 minute of extra time to go. Just one. There could be added minutes, we're not sure yet. There could still be one final sting in the tail. Long ball towards Gauntlet, it bounces in the area. Amber Hughes couldn't get onto it, neither could Gauntlet, and the clearance is as far as Steph Smith, who's beaten in the air by Fenton. But that's with Brooke, back to Smith. Handball claims, referee says no, but those claims stop United from moving into a more dangerous position. Gauntlet and Hughes looked at the referee and it cost them as the ball flew past. Fenton picks up the loose ball in the centre circle, trying to send Jordan on her way. Two defenders trying to block her path, and it is with Nat Hager, player of the match, puts it up line. Now it's with Pearson for Blackburn. Is this the final attack for Blackburn Rovers? Here's Holbrook, now Fenton in the midfield. Options to the right, but finds Pearson. First time cross, and a simple gather for Sue Wood. And that will do it. 120 minutes of football, and it will be decided by penalties. Who will go through to the semi-final of the FA Women's Premier League Cup? We'll let you know as we get into the penalty shootout in just a couple of minutes' time. Don't go anywhere.